So let's just wrap this whole thing up with Camp Mystic for girls. I don't think this has anything to do with race. Children, babies are passing away. Their parents are grieving. People are losing their lives. It is sad. And I offer my condolences. This has nothing to do with race. If you do your research, back in the 50s, there was a JC and Ira Bell Maddox. They worked there for years until their deathbed. Ira, she was a secretary and did bookkeeping. JC, he did a lot of maintenance work and he helped to build the cabins. Now, if you go back to the 40s, there was a man who took over named Frank Harrison. And he can be seen in pictures around children and even one black boy. There is also a Hispanic worker that did gardening and maintenance around the area. And they hired counselors who were also black and brown. It was a mixture. I will only see about one or two, but that's just it. But it all depends on the demographics, I think, because sometimes when you're in a white dominant area, you will get one or two black people. Same thing as if you are in a black dominant area and you are going to camp. There will be one, two, or maybe four white or brown kids out of the bunch that will join that camp. I do not think this has anything to do with the people in general, but it has everything to do with the land. First and foremost, water holds memory, a lot of memory. Just like we come from our ancestors, we come from water. We are reborn through water. Just like Lake Lanier in Georgia, drowning people because of the memory of what took place. So I did some research and went all the way back. Camp Mystic, or Mystique, has been built by the Guadalupe River. This is not the first time there has been a flood. In fact, there has been flooding there nearly every 10 years or so. It just didn't get that high as of today. It never got that high. But there has always been flooding. And over the years, children have lost their lives. And I'm surprised they never warned parents or established a safe area to protect these kids. So to get this out of the way, this is not the first time this has happened. Other children have passed, but this year it's just more tragic. So now there is something about the Guadalupe River. There have been a lot of drownings and a lot of people who were unalived, wrongfully unalived. So I researched everything between the 20s and 50s. And there was a black man who was burned at the stake near the Guadalupe River. And his name was Dan Davis, was burned to death at a stake in the streets early today after he had confessed to assaulting Miss Carrie Johnson of this city a week ago. 2,000 people participated in the lynching. Davis had signed a statement confessing to the assault, but before the match was touched to the pile of wood on which the knee had been bound by the mob, he was asked again if he was guilty. He said, "I am guilty," he cried. And a moment later, the flames were leaping high above his head. What? Now you know they were lying. They even said he signed a statement confessing to the crime. They even said he signed a statement confessing to the crime. We all know he was forced. But this was near the Guadalupe River. There were many plantations near the Guadalupe River. In fact, there is one article that there was a plantation about 15 miles away. And it says $100 reward for a runaway on Wednesday, about 15 miles away from the plantation. He went west near the Guadalupe River. And they're saying that he stole some cotton. And if he is caught, they will give them $100. They have also decided to do some type of watchmen because they wanted to get like a group of people to watch the river to prevent people from drowning, because too many people were drowning in the Guadalupe River, which will tell you there has been a lot of drownings there. There is also a couple. They were a black couple and they were supposed to watch the river and protect others from drowning. And there was a 76-year-old man, I believe. He was sent to watch others to protect them. I guess he was on that route. But somehow he fell in the river and drowned. And they said his wife was screaming for help. Nobody came, and they were searching for him. So what I do believe, there is a lot of bodies in that river. There is a spirit that I saw when I looked at one of the owner's photos. And it is behind Iny and Frank on Chapel Hill. Right behind Frank, there is a male angry spirit. He is a teenager. Dark hair, and he is in like a swimwear. He is pissed. So I'm gonna do a reading on the camp, on the river, to try to figure out what's really going on and get to the bottom of things, because something is being hidden and water holds memory. So the spirits are pissed. I'm going to come back and I'm going to make this video today. Stay tuned.